Hi students, welcome to our channel. Today our topic is minimum edit distance, otherwise string editing. Now we are going to solve this problem using dynamic programming. Now what is the main purpose of string editing, otherwise minimum edit distance? We'll give some introduction about that, then we'll go into our topic. Now this the main intention of minimum edit distance is the minimum number of operations we have to find for converting from one string to other string. That is our main intention. Now before going to the actual problem, let us see the procedure, then we'll discuss one example, so it will be very clear for your understanding. Now whenever we are inserting a string, now you want to convert this string into other string. This is just a rough example for our topic. For converting this string into this string using dynamic programming, we are having some procedure. Before going to discuss the procedure, we'll have a rough introduction about that. Now A, B, C, E, F, this is the given string, and you want to convert this string to A, D, C, E, F. In this, if you can observe, only we have to change the character B and D. That is our topic. Now for this we have to do two topics, that is insertion and also deletion. This horizontal row indicates insertion and vertical row indicates deletion. Horizontal row indicates inserting a character and vertical row indicates deleting or removing a character. This is about the main operations we are doing in your string editing, otherwise finding minimum edit distance. Once whenever we want to do this operation, we will write an matrix representation of the given string. This is the given string and this is the string we want to convert. This is the given string and this is the string we want to convert. In this we using some example, it will be better for you for more understanding. In using dynamic programming, we have to solve this problem. In our dynamic programming approach, we are having this example for your understanding. We are taking this example from your syllabus. Now if you want to convert the string A, D, C, F, E into A, B, C, D, E, what are the required operations? We can convert one by one. We can convert one string to another string, one character to another character, and some procedure is yet to be followed for dynamic programming. In that way, we are going to discuss this topic now. Now our actual procedure is, first thing, in this in the matrix, whenever we are writing matrix representation for string editing, this is the matrix. This is called first row and first column will be null, means nothing is there in that. In that case, if it is null row, for converting null row, that is here, for converting null row into null row, we require no operation, that is 0. Okay. For converting null row into A, we want to insert something into that. That means you have to insert 1. So you require one operation. The box, otherwise the matrix representation here represent the this box will be telling the number of operations required. Since you are inserting A, we are making it as 1. That is, one insertion is required. Now for making string A, B from null, you require 2 operations, 1 plus 1. Okay. Now in the same way, whenever you want to perform A, B, C from null string, A, B, C from null string, you A, B, C, 3 characters. That's why we want 3 operations. That is 3. Okay, fine. Now for converting null to 4 operations, you need A, B, C, D. That is 4 characters. You need 4 operations. For converting this 1, 2, 3, 4, I mean that is A, B, C, D into, for converting from null to this A, B, C, D, E, that means 5 characters, you need 5 operations. Okay. This is about converting a null character to some given string, otherwise some given character. This is initially null. Now, let us see an example. Let us see an row example for this. We are converting from null to some character using the given column. Now, whenever you are considering the row, already it is 0 here. Already it is 0 here. You have to make it 0. Means you want to convert the given string A into null. For that, you need to delete that. So, you want to delete. That's why you are using vertical arrow. That means you are deleting that. So, you require one operation, one deletion operation. In the same way, if you want to convert given string AD into null, that means you want to delete 2 characters from the given string. Then you need to perform deletion operation 2 times. That means 2. In the same way 3, in the same way 4, 5. This is how we will fill the first row and first column. Now we have filled first row and first column. We have filled the first row and first column using the given conversion using the null string. That is the basic one. Now we want to fill the internal cells. This is the main matrix which is useful for string addition. Before going to that, we have some operations or procedure. Now we have seen how to convert the null string into some characters and how to convert the given string into null string. These 2 operations using the first row and first column, we have seen that. Now after this, we have to fill the internal cells. These are nothing but your internal cells. These are nothing but your internal cells. For filling the internal cells, we have some procedure. What is the procedure? You have some conditions in your dynamic programming approach. You have some conditions for filling the internal cells. For filling the internal cells, what is the basic condition? That is, if row, here R represents the row and the C represents the column. If the row element is not equal to column element, that means the given row element, this is nothing but your row elements and this is the column elements. If the given row element is not equal to column element, you have to check the following. That means you should consider the box like this. Means you want to fill this row using these 3 operations. Okay. Now replace, remove, insert. This vertical arrow represents remove and this one diagonal arrow represents replace and horizontal arrow represents insert. Now what is the formula for filling the internal sets? If R not equal to C, if row element is not equal to character element, then you have to check the minimum of replace, remove and also insert. This formula will be better understanding whenever we will solve this. Just now note down the formula, it's enough. Now minimum of replace, remove and also insert plus 1. This one will explain using the given example. Now one more condition is if R equal to C. That means the given row character is equal to the column character. What is the condition? In such case, you can directly copy the diagonal element. You can directly copy the diagonal element. These are the 2 important conditions for filling the internal cells. These 2 conditions plays a major role. That means if you remember these 2 conditions, you can fill the total this internal cells. Now we will solve this example using the given formula. Now first thing, here this is row character and this is column character. You know that. Now A is equal to A equal to E. That means you can directly, that means row is equal to column. Here you can directly copy the element. So what is the element you have diagonally? That is 0. Here you are writing how it came also. That arrow indicates from which you are taking. Okay. Next one. Now A, the given string is A. you want to make it as AB. That means you have A with you, you want to make it as AB. Means already you have A, you want to make it as AB. That means you have to add something. In such case, here A is not equal to AB, isn't it? A is not equal to AB. Then what you have to do? You should check these 3 cells. These 3 cells you have to check. 0 and 1 and 2. Out of this, which is minimum? 0, 1, 2. Out of 0, 1, 2, which is minimum 1? 0 is minimum 1. After taking the 0 minimum plus 1. So, 0 plus 1, what will be there? 1. How you got that? From this 0, that's why you are keeping this arrow. From 0, you got 1. Okay. Next one, whenever you want to go to next cell, you are making A into ABC. That means you have to use this again. That since this A is not equal to ABC, you have to check the diagonal elements since the row and column are not equal. Now, since the row, out of these 3 elements, which is the minimum? 1 will be the minimum. Out of these 3 elements, 1 will be the minimum. So, 1 plus 1, 2. Out of these 3 elements, which is minimum? 3. 2. So, 2 plus 1, 3 you will get. Out of these 3 elements, which is minimum? 3 is will be the minimum. 3 plus 1, 4. This is how we will fill the internal cells using the given formula, that is row not equal to column. Now, coming to D. Now, you want to convert given D, AD, now string is AD, not D. Given AD into A. In that case, AD will be converted to A. Here, D not equal to A, first thing. Since D not equal to A, what is the rule we should follow? Replace, remove, insert. Out of these 3 cells, which is minimum? 0 is minimum. So, you will take this 0 and add 1 to that. Okay. Next, in the same way, whenever you are converting AD to B, out of this 0, 1 and 1, which is minimum? You want to convert AD into AB, which is minimum? 0 is minimum. So, how many operations you are required? 0 plus 1, that is 1. You may confuse about the arrow. That means this arrow represents from where the element came. That you have to keep in your mind. Now, after this, out of these 3 elements, since D not equal to C, D is not equal to C. Out of these 3 elements, which is minimum? 1, 1, 2, which is minimum. So, 1 is minimum. You can take either this one or this one. So, you have to 1 plus 1, that is 2. Out of these 3 elements, which is minimum? No. Now, we have a rule change here. Since D is equal to D, row element is equal to column element. That means you have to follow row is equal to, you have to follow the diagonal element. You have to copy the diagonal element. In that way, you will get 2 here. I hope you understood this concept. Here, you have making the diagonal element copy as it is, since the row element and column element are equal. Now, coming to this, D and E, they are not equal. That's why we will find out the minimum one. 2, 3 and 4. Which is minimum? 2 is minimum. 2 plus 1, 3. So, you have got this 3 here. This is how we will fill the entire row now. Entire matrix you are going to fill using the same condition, that is when row not equal to column, it is so. When row equal to column, it is so. Now, for easy purpose, we will do one thing. Whenever row is equal to column, first we will fill that rows so that it is easy for us to replace other things. Now, in this C and this C. So, both are same at this matrix. So, this cell. So, what you have to do? Here you have to copy the diagonal element. Since C is equal to C at this cell, you should copy the diagonal element as it is. So, you get 1 here. Next, coming to this, now C is not equal to A. Out of 1, 2, 3, which is minimum? 1 is minimum. So, 1 plus 1, you are getting 2 here. Again same here. Out of 1, 1 and 2, which is minimum? 1 is minimum. You can take this one or this one, that is your wish. So 1 plus 1, again 2. Next, coming to here. Out of 2, 2, 1, 1 is minimum. So 1 plus 1, 2. Out of 2, 2, 3, 2 is minimum. So 2 plus 1, 3. This is how we will fill the fourth row also. Next, F. Now for this operation, we'll see whether F is apply something wherever F is matching with the given converting string. Nothing. A, B, C, D, E. We are no more having F here. So you can think only this applies here, or not equal to C. This means row column character is not equal to column character. In that way, now out of 2, 3, 4, which is minimum? 2 is minimum. 2 plus 1, you are getting 3 here. Out of 2, 2, 3, which is minimum? 2 is minimum. You can take either any 1, 2. So you'll get 2 plus 1, 3 here. If you are having 2 elements as same, you can consider any of that. Don't confuse again here. Next, out of 2, 1, 3, which is minimum? 1 is minimum. So 1 plus 1, you'll get 2. Out of 1, 2 and 1, which is minimum? 1 is minimum. So 1 plus 1, you have to get 2 here. Next, out of 2, 2 and 3, which is minimum? 2 is minimum. Now 2 plus 1, you will get 3 now. Okay. This is about filling the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th row. Now we are going to last row, that is final row. Now out of, you can again consider the case wherever E and E, that means you are getting same row and same column element, this condition applies. So you can follow first this, then you can, without confusion, you can solve other things. So E and E are same here, so you can copy the diagonal element now. Okay, now you are copying the diagonal element. Now out of 5 and 4 and 3, 3 is minimum. So 3 plus 1, 4. Out of 3, 3, 4, 3 is minimum. So 4. 3 plus 1, 4. Now out of 2, 3 and 4, which is minimum? 2 is minimum. So what you will get? 2 plus 1, 3. Out of 2 to 3, which is minimum? Which is minimum? Now 2 plus 1, here also 3. This is how we will fill the matrix. This minimum edit distance, we are using some matrix here for converting one string into another string. This is how we will find the matrix. Now we want to find the solution also for the same string. What will be the solution now? You have to backtrack the answer. This will be your final answer. This will be your final answer. Okay, this 2 will be your final answer. Whatever you are getting at the corner element of your matrix, that will be the final answer. This means that the minimum edit distance, otherwise for converting one string into another string in the string editing process, minimum number of operations you require to perform dynamic program is 2. That is 2 operations are required. Okay, you know now 2 operations are required. Which 2 operations you have to find out? So we will follow some backtrack procedure now. Now how this 2 came? You have to check that. From where this 2 came? What is our given string? Now we will see how this 2 came now. Okay, this 2 is the required operations. We are familiar with that now. This 2, if you backtrack that, it came from here. That means this is your answer. Means this is the operation you have performed to get this 2. That means this 2 is your answer. That means F is converted to D. See here, F is converted to D. That is your one operation. Next, one more thing. Then if you will backtrack again, now 1, this 1. Since both are not familiar, this may be your answer. But if you will see this one, from where this 1 came? From where this 1 came? It came from here. And this is not same here. So this will be your one more answer. Okay, this will be your one more answer. That is, you are converting D to B. Okay, that is A, D, C, F, E. Okay, in that A, B, C, D, E. For converting this string to A, D, C, F, E into A, B, C, D, E, you are performing 2 operations. That is ADCFE into you are performing 2 operations using the dynamic programming. What are the 2 operations? If you backtrack this, you will get 2 here. That means this is your 2. This 2 came from here. That if it means so that F is converted to D. What is one more thing? One more operation. This is 1. This one actually it came from here. That is D is converted to B. This is your given answer. The 2 operations, the minimum number of operations required for converting one string into another string is 2. That is, the 2 operations are represented as follows. Okay. Now, for easy understanding of my students, we'll revise once in Telugu also. As my students requested this part to explain the summarization in Telugu, now I am going to teach something in Telugu also. All the procedure once I'll revise in Telugu. So, whenever you are writing this minimum edit distance, this is your actual problem given in your dynamic programming approach. Using dynamic programming, you want to convert the given string into another string using the minimum number of operations. That is, the number of operations required should be performed minimum. In dynamic programming, you have to restore the solution, means the given solution again and again you have to use. మనం ఆల్రెడీ ఎగ్జిస్టింగ్ సొల్యూషన్ ని మళ్ళీ వాడుతూ మినిమం ఎడిట్ డిస్టెన్స్ యూజింగ్ డైనమిక్ ప్రోగ్రామింగ్. అంటే మనం డైనమిక్ ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ పర్పస్ ఏంటి? ఆప్టిమల్ సొల్యూషన్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయడం. అంటే మినిమం డిస్టెన్స్ ఎంత ఉంటుందని ఆప్టిమల్ గా మనం ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయాలి. స్ట్రింగ్ ఎడిటింగ్, దిస్ ఇస్ ఆల్సో కాల్డ్ యాజ్ స్ట్రింగ్ ఎడిటింగ్. మినిమం ఎడిట్ డిస్టెన్స్, ఈ కాన్సెప్ట్ ని మినిమం ఎడిట్ డిస్టెన్స్ అంటారు. అట్ ద సేమ్ టైం స్ట్రింగ్ ఎడిటింగ్ అని కూడా అంటారు. నౌ మనకిచ్చిన స్ట్రింగ్ వచ్చేసి ABCEF. ఓకే, గివెన్ స్ట్రింగ్ ఇస్ ADCFE. దిస్ ఈస్ ద మనకి ఇచ్చిన స్ట్రింగ్. ఇది మనం కన్వర్ట్ చేయాల్సిన స్ట్రింగ్ ABCDE. ఈ స్ట్రింగ్ లోకి కన్వర్ట్ చేయాలి. దానికి ఏం చెప్పాను? ఫస్ట్ థింగ్, ఒక మ్యాట్రిక్స్ రిప్రజెంటేషన్ మనం వేసుకున్న తర్వాత ఫస్ట్ రో అండ్ ఫస్ట్ కాలం విల్ బి నల్. అంటే ఫస్ట్ రో ఫస్ట్ కాలం నల్ వాల్యూస్ ఉంటాయి అనేసి మనం ఇమాజిన్ చేసుకొని ఆ నల్ వాల్యూస్ ని ఎలా రిప్రజెంట్ చేస్తాం? మనం నల్ అంటే 0, స్ట్రింగ్ అనేది లేదనేసి అర్థం. సో నల్ గా కన్వర్ట్ చేయడానికి ఏంటి? 0 ఆపరేషన్స్ ఆర్ రిక్వైర్డ్. ఇంకో విషయం ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే, మనం హారిజాంటల్ ఆరో అంటే ఇట్ ఈస్ ఇన్సర్షన్, వర్టికల్ ఆరో అంటే డెలిషన్. దిస్ ఈస్ ద మెయిన్ కాన్సెప్ట్. నౌ ఇప్పుడు 0 నుంచి 1కి అంటే గివెన్ ఒక నల్ స్ట్రింగ్ ని ఒక ఇన్సర్షన్, ఒక ఏగా కన్వర్ట్ చేయడానికి మనకు 1 ఆపరేషన్ ఇస్ రిక్వైర్డ్. ఏంటి? ఒక 0 అనే ఒక ఎంటీ క్యారెక్టర్ ని మనం ఒక క్యారెక్టర్ గా బిల్డ్ చేస్తున్నాం. సో నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ఆపరేషన్స్ రిక్వైర్డ్ ఇస్ 1. సో 0 నుంచి 1కి మనం హారిజాంటల్ ఆరో రిప్రజెంట్ చేస్తున్నాం. దట్ ఈస్ 1. నెక్స్ట్ సేమ్ ఇక్కడికి వచ్చేసరికి స్ట్రింగ్ ఏమవుతుంది? AB అవుతుంది. సో AB గా కన్వర్ట్ చేయడానికి 2, నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ఆపరేషన్స్ ఆర్ 2. నెక్స్ట్ అలాగే మనం కన్వర్ట్ చేసుకుంటూ వస్తే మనం గివెన్ స్ట్రింగ్ ని నల్ స్ట్రింగ్ గా కన్వర్ట్ చేయడానికి ABCDEకి వచ్చేసరికి 5 ఆపరేషన్స్ కావాలి. ఇది ఫస్ట్ రోని ఇలా ఫిల్ చేస్తాం. ఫస్ట్ రోని ఇలా ఫిల్ చేస్తాం. ఫస్ట్ కాలమ్ ని ఫిల్ చేయడానికి ఇప్పుడు మనం నల్ గా ఉంది, మనం గివెన్ క్యారెక్టర్ మన దగ్గర ఏ ఉంది, దాన్ని నల్ గా మార్చాలి. దాని ప్రొసీజర్ ఏంటి? 1 ఆపరేషన్ ఇస్ రిక్వైర్డ్. ఇన్ ద సేమ్ వే మనం నల్ గా మార్చడానికి, ఒకవేళ ఏడీని మార్చడానికి 2 ఆపరేషన్స్ నల్ క్యారెక్టర్ గా మార్చడానికి. ఇలా డివైడ్ చేసుకుంటూ వస్తే ఈ ఫస్ట్ రోని ఫస్ట్ కాలమ్ ని ఇలా ఫిల్ చేస్తాం. ఫస్ట్ థింగ్, ఇంటర్నల్ సెల్స్ ని ఫిల్ చేయాలంటే మనకు కొన్ని రూల్స్ ఆర్ కండిషన్స్ ఉన్నాయి ఇన్ యువర్ మినిమం ఎడిట్ డిస్టెన్స్. దట్ ఈస్, ఒకవేళ రో ఎలిమెంట్ కాలం ఎలిమెంట్ ఈక్వల్ అయితే ఏంటి, రో ఎలిమెంట్ కాలం ఎలిమెంట్ ఈక్వల్ కాకుంటే ఏంటి? మీకు ఆల్రెడీ నేను ఇంగ్లీష్ లెక్చర్ లో చెప్పాను, బట్ ఫర్ యువర్ అండర్స్టాండింగ్ దిస్ ఇస్ సినాప్సిస్ అదర్వైజ్ సమ్మరైజేషన్ ఇన్ తెలుగు. మనం రో ఎలిమెంట్ కాలం ఎలిమెంట్ ఈక్వల్ అంటే ఇక్కడ ఏ ఉంది, ఇక్కడ ఏ ఉంది అంటే ఈక్వల్ అంటే మనకు ఫస్ట్ కండిషన్ ఇక్కడ చూడండి, కాపీ. మనం డయాగ్నల్ గా కాపీ చేసుకుంటాం. దట్ ఈస్ 1 థింగ్. నెక్స్ట్, ఒకవేళ అలా ఈక్వల్ కాలేదు, ఇక్కడ తీసుకోండి, ఇక్కడ ఏ ఉంది, ఇక్కడ బి ఉంది అంటే డయాగ్నల్ ఈ రో ఎలిమెంట్, రో క్యారెక్టర్, కాలం క్యారెక్టర్ ఈక్వల్ కాలేదు. అప్పుడు మనం ఏం చేస్తున్నాము? ఈ మూడిట్లో ఈ 0 1 2 3 0 1 2 ఈ సెల్స్ లో మినిమం ఏంటి? 0. ఈ 0ని తీసుకొని 0 + 1. ఎందుకు? మన ఫార్ములా ఏంటి? ఈ మూడిట్లో ఒక సెల్ తీసుకొని మినిమం, దాంట్లో మినిమం రీప్లేస్ కానీ ఇన్సర్ట్ కానీ రిమూవ్ కానీ దీంట్లో +1 చేయాలి. అంటే 0 1 2లో మినిమం ఏంటి? 0. 0 + 1 ఏమవుతుంది? 1. ఇప్పుడు సేమ్ మనకు AC ఈక్వల్ కాదు. సో మనం ఏం చేయాలి 2 1 3 దీంట్లో మినిమం ఏంటి 1. సో 1 + 1 2. ఇలా మనం ప్రతి ఇంటర్నల్ సెల్స్ ని ఫిల్ చేసుకుంటూ వెళ్తాం. మనం ఆల్రెడీ ఇంగ్లీష్లో ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేసాం. దిస్ ఈస్ జస్ట్ రివిజన్. సో నేను అంత క్లియర్గా చెప్పట్లేదు. సో ఇప్పుడు మనకు ఫైనల్గా అవుట్పుట్ ఆన్సర్ వచ్చి 2 వచ్చింది. ఈ డయాగ్నల్గా ఏమొస్తుందో లాస్ట్ కాలం లాస్ట్ సెల్ అదే మీ ఆన్సర్. సో ఇక్కడ 2 వచ్చింది. 2 వచ్చిన తర్వాత ఈ 2 అనేది మన మినిమం నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ఆపరేషన్స్ రిక్వైర్డ్. ఆ 2 బట్ ఆ ఆపరేషన్స్ ఏంటో కూడా మనం తెలుసుకోవాలి కదా. ఏ ఆపరేషన్ చేస్తే ఈ స్ట్రింగ్గా మారింది అది తెలుసుకోవాలి. సో ఈ 2 అనేది ఎక్కడి నుంచి వచ్చింది? ఈ 2 ఈస్ దిస్ ఇస్ నాట్ కేమ్ డైరెక్ట్లీ, ఇట్ కేమ్ ఫ్రమ్ హియర్. సో దిస్ ఇస్ 2 అంటే ఈ 2 అనేది మన ఆన్సర్. దట్ మీన్స్ ఇక్కడ డి ఉంది, ఇక్కడ ఎఫ్ ఉంది. సో మనం ఎఫ్ని డిగా మారుస్తున్నాం. దట్ ఈస్ 1 ఆపరేషన్ రిక్వైర్డ్ ఫర్ కన్వర్టింగ్. ఈ స్ట్రింగ్ నుంచి ఈ స్ట్రింగ్కి మార్చడానికి 1 ఆపరేషన్. నెక్స్ట్ ఈ 2 నుంచి అగైన్ బ్యాక్ ట్రాక్ చేసుకుంటూ వస్తే ఇక్కడ 1 ఉంది. బట్ ఈ 1 ఇక్కడిదేనా? నో, ఈ 1 యాక్చువల్గా ఇక్కడ నుంచి వచ్చింది. సో ఈ ఆపరేషన్ అనేది ఇంకో ఆపరేషన్. మనం బ్యాక్ ట్రాక్ చేసుకుంటూ వస్తే 1 మోర్ ఆపరేషన్. అంటే ఈ బిని ఇక్కడ సి ఉంది, ఇక్కడ డి ఉంది, ఇక్కడ బి ఉంది. మనం డి నుంచి బికి మార్చాం. దట్ ఈస్ 1 more operation. These are the 2 operations. This is about your string editing or minimum edit distance using dynamic programming. Thank you.